No more yakety yak.
Don't talk back.
Just finish cleaning up your room. Let's see that dust fly with that broom.
The yak are coming! We are the YAC, and this is YAC TV. Hi, I'm Lexi.
And I'm Morgan.
And you're watching YAC TV. Now, I bet you're wondering what a yak is.
A yak is a shaggy-haired ox from the mountains of Central Asia, and when domesticated is often raised for meat or milk. So nice.
Yeah, the YAC, acronym YAC, actually stands for Youth Advisory Council. So there, Miss Smarty Pants.
Ah, yes, so we are the YACs. The YAC, or the Youth Advisory Council, as we professionals like to call it, is a group of 11 kids ages 8 to 18 who meet here at Children's Hospital to talk about stuff.
Yep, all the members of YAC have either been patients here or have siblings of kids who have been patients here.
We meet here once a month to talk about, Lex, I'll help you.
The YAC meets once a month to talk about important stuff that we as patients here at the Children's Hospital would like to see, like the teen lounge, for example.
The teen lounge is a great example. And here's Sarah down at the block right now to tell you a little bit more.
Thanks, Morgan and Lexi. We are here at the block. This awesome hangout was created by the YAC. No Morgan, not the animal. The block is the third floor oasis for anyone of the age of 13 and older. As we come inside, you will see that we have computers with internet access, movies, so you can come over here and watch TV. We have books, arts and crafts, and other sweet games and activities. Plus video games, which you can see that our YAC member Chelsea is playing. A huge thanks to Christine, who is the therapeutic recreational specialist. If you have any questions, I'm sure she would be happy to answer them.
Mucho grande thanks for that, Sarah.
There are lots of playrooms for you tweens, preteens, and kids too, so don't feel too left out. Tommy's down in one of the other playrooms right now to tell us more.
One of the yaks in the kids' hospital, and I went to one of the playrooms in the kids' hospital, and they have cool stuff here. There are 4 people, a hockey table, and you turn around, there's a basketball hoop, and outside there's a playground, and back to Nancy and Morgan.
Wow, that blazer is so fetch. Where did you get it?
Let's see, we're on camp.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, next,
G51. Anyway, G51, G51,
Morgan.
51,
Morgan!
2.
What are you doing? Anyway, you know what? I don't even want to know. Anyway, Beanie Baby Bingo is going on here.
Right here. Every other
Wednesday. Just ask your nurse, child life specialist, or volunteer for details.
And be sure to thank them for all the hours and days and weekends and nights
Morgan,
and day
Morgan.
after.
Focus, okay? Okay, I know this is way beyond your attention span, but just hold on, just a little longer.
As long as I get cookies.
Okay.
Speaking of animals, here's Erica with the prescription pet program.
Well, Erica couldn't make it, so Taylor's here with the prescription pet program. If you're wondering what that is, it's where volunteers bring in their specially trained animals to visit patients in the hospital. They help bring joy and happiness in the hospital. Now, let's talk to one of the prescription pets himself. Okay, we're here with Barb and her dog BJ, and he's a prescription pet. So, BJ, I hear you're a prescription pet. Is this true?
Yes, it is.
job?
Yes, very much. I love visiting the kids in the hospital and love seeing their smiles when they are happy.
Exactly what do you do in your job?
Well, I am here as a support system in the Children's Hospital because studies show that interaction with animals can be soothing from stress and sickness.
What do you enjoy the most about your job?
Well, probably making people happy and the belly rubs. I get lots of those.
Well, thanks for being here, BJ. Have a good day.
Thank you too. So I have to watch this.
And we're back. Let's see, computer time is over now, okay?
Sorry.
If you need to use a computer, just go to the family library or the teen lounge. They have computers there for that exact purpose.
Okay, Morgan, you're at a 7. Bring it down to a 4. And while you're checking your email, check out the YAC link on the TCH website. Hey, that's mine!
No, give it back.
And now here's Sarah and Sarah with us walking.
Hi, I'm Sarah. And I'm Sarah. I'm Sarah. Oh wait, I'm Sarah. We're Sarah. And this is the first annual S-Walk event. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What is on the 7th floor of the hospital?
The hospital doesn't have a 7th floor.
Very, very nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What is on the 7th floor of the hospital?
Do you have a wild guess? Excuse me, sir?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Sure, what's up?
Do you know what's on the 7th floor of the hospital?
7th floor of the hospital. I personally do not.
You don't have any ideas?
Not at the moment.
Do you have any idea, like a guess, possibly?
I don't even know if there was a 7th floor. Yeah, are you guys tricking people? You're tricking people and you're videotaping them. That's not cool.
Excuse me, sir, do you mind if I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you know what the smallest country in the world is?
I think it's Eastern Europe.
Do you know what the smallest country in the world is?
Smallest country in the world would be Liechtenstein.
Also, do you know what's on the 7th floor?
Well, that's definitely one of the smallest countries in the world.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you know what the smallest country in the world is?
The smallest country in the world. No. What's the smallest country in the world?
It's in Europe.
Okay, let me start thinking. It's
Southern
not,
Europe.
okay, it's not Italy. No, I guess what's the smallest country in the world?
some classical when it comes to
Vatican City.
Okay.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
No, not at all.
We are wondering what the smallest country in the world is.
The smallest country?
Yeah. Is it, not Rome, Vatican? Or what? Is that it?
Right. Do you guys know what the only animal is that can survive the microwave?
Hamster.
Close. It's really small.
Mouse? A mouse?
Smaller than that.
A rodent, though?
Small.
An
No.
ant?
Yep. An ant.
Do you know what's the biggest ant?
I want to go down.
The biggest ant?
Yes, the biggest ant.
Well, it's not my ant, because she's only about this tall, actually. Okay, so I give up. What's the biggest ant?
It's actually an elephant.
An elephant, I get it. That's a joke.
Would you please tell us what the biggest ant is?
The biggest ant? Turkish ant.
Turkish ant. Close. It's actually the elephant.
Oh.
Do you know what the smallest country is?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly.
No, I
And
don't.
then the other
It's
thing
in
is
Southern Europe.
Tylenol 3, it says
In Europe.
What does it start with?
B.
B?
Vienna.
Shush.
That's a C.
Good.
It's actually Vatican City.
Oh,
yeah, that is.
You're wondering if you knew what the only animal that could survive a microwave is.
Is it an animal like a mammal, or can I pick anything?
It's anything.
Is it an ant?
That's true.
Oh.
What the biggest ant is?
What the biggest what?
The biggest ant.
Ant?
Mhm.
No idea.
Not a guess?
Black ant?
Black ant, close. It's the elephant.
I love this place.
Yeah. I guess a lot of people do since Child Magazine recently ranked it number 7
Number 7.
in the nation.
Yes, that's right. The cancer program is number 5. Then the neonatal program, number 9. And the heart program is number 10.
Yep. The Children's Hospital has been ranked as one of the best children's hospitals by U.S. News and World Report for more than a decade.
Oh my gosh, that's more than 10 years.
You're right. Oh, smart one.
Okay. In any case, here's looking at the top 10 things not to bring to your friend while they're in the hospital.
I've been thinking. I've been in the hospital many, many times. And I've been trying to think of the top 10 worst things your friends could bring you in a hospital. Do you hear that noise? That sounds like a mariachi band. Number 10, a mariachi band. Number 9, a pet snake. Number 8, a cold. Number 7, this stylish t-shirt. Number 6, bad news. Number 5, a scrapbook of your friends having fun. Number 4, Dr. Moody for a second opinion. He's my buddy. Number 3, absolutely nothing. Number 2, school cafeteria food. And number 1, worst things your friend can bring you while you're in the hospital is, of course, homework. I mean, who wants to do homework while they're in the hospital? I know I don't.
Do you ever wonder what Dory Beaster thinks?
Who's that?
The president and CEO of the hospital.
Oh, right. Totally knew that one.
Uh-huh.
Hi, I'm Sammy and I'm here with Dory Beaster. So, Dory, since there's a new hospital being built in Fitzsimmons, can you tell us something about it?
We're building a brand new hospital out on the Fitzsimmons campus with the rest of the university. And the hospital will open by October 1st of 2007. We'll have 270 beds. And one of the very special things about the new hospital is there's going to be a teen-only lounge. I think that'll be a really great place for our kids.
What was the most unusual request that you've gotten from YAC?
The most unusual request I've gotten from YAC regarding the new hospital is to have a petting zoo out in the yard.
Before you had a youth advisory council, where did you go to get your suggestions to make the hospital more kid-friendly?
Before we had a youth advisory council, I think we had a lot of problems finding out what the kids really wanted. I mean, I think from time to time we asked individual kids, but having the youth advisory council has been just wonderful for the hospital because, as you know, we have kids that are a little different in age range, and so that really, and there are also kids who know a whole lot about this hospital, so we believe we have a very informed and expert group to advise us about what we need to do to have a better environment and to make sure that we have the kinds of things that kids are really interested in.
When a patient leaves TCH, what do you want them to remember most about their time being here?
When a patient leaves the Children's Hospital, what I want them to remember is what great care they received and how much better they feel when they leave the hospital than when they came into the hospital. The other thing I would like a patient to remember when they leave the hospital is that this is a hospital that is 100% dedicated to kids and what kids need and what kids want.
What's the most rewarding part about your job?
The most rewarding part of my job is the fact that most of the children that come here are so much better off after they leave this hospital because of what we've done to help them maintain or restore their health. I think that is number one, the very best thing. And we do make a big difference for a lot of kids, not only in Colorado, but throughout the region. And the second thing that is the most favorite part of my job is to see our staff be so successful in helping kids to get better.
What kind of music do you listen to?
Well, you know, I like a lot of different kind of music. I do like jazz quite a lot. I like Diana Krall, but I also like country western, and I'm really into Neil Young right now.
Why did you become a nurse?
I first became a nurse because as a young child and when I was in elementary school, I read a lot about what different careers there were. And at that time, which was a long time ago, there weren't some of the opportunities for women and young women that there are now. And I knew I wanted to be in a helping profession somehow. And I also read a lot about what nurses could do, the flexibility, the opportunities that were available, that you could work any place you wanted to. You could work internationally and in the States, in the hospital, in clinics. And so I thought that that would be a really good thing to do. And I also have always been very interested in biology and the sciences. So in addition to taking care of people and thinking about the sciences and thinking about the opportunities, it seemed the right thing for me.
What's your favorite cartoon character?
Oh, let me see. Well, I think that my favorite cartoon character is the fish named Dory in Finding Nemo.
Why?
Well, I think that fish has a really, really good name. And the other thing I liked about Dory in Finding Nemo is that Ellen DeGeneres played the role of the voice for that fish, and she's just terrific.
What do you like to do when you're not working?
Well, gee, what do I like to do when I'm not working? Actually, there are lots of things that I like to do when I'm not working. It depends a little bit on the weather. In the wintertime, I like to ski. And if I'm not able to ski, but I have some time available, I like to go to movies or go out to dinner with friends. In the summertime, I like to hike and I like to bike a lot. So those are some of the things that I really enjoy. And I also really enjoy reading. So if I have time to do any of those, that's great.
If you could change jobs with anyone for just one day, who would it be and why?
If I could change jobs with anybody just for a day, and we'd have to assume that I knew how to do that job, I would probably want to be a cardiac surgeon for a day.
Do you have a reason or anything?
Well, I've always liked taking care of kids with heart disease, and that was like one of my favorite group of patients when I was a nurse, a pediatric nurse. So that's what I think I would like to do.
Okay, and we have these nifty little hats for you.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It's a Viking helmet,
Uh-huh.
so you can put it on if you want.
Are you going to put yours on?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and question is, what do you think a yak sounds like?
Ooh.
Alright.
What do you think it sounds like?
Yickity yick yick yick.
Hello? Oh, that was a yak calling me. Now, I bet you're wondering, what does a yak calling actually sound like? Is it like a or a you know, we don't really have yaks here in Colorado. So what do you think it sounds like? Let's go around seeing what they think yaks sound like.
Yoo-hoo! Ah! Ah!
Like, moo. Moo.
Yakety yak yak yak.
Mr. Robot, what do you think a yak sounds like?
for watching YAC TV. Morgan, not the animal. So be sure to tune in next time for YAC TV.
Don't you give me no dirty looks. Your father's hip, he knows what cooks. Just tell your hoodlum friend outside you ain't got time to take a ride. Yakety yak.
Don't talk back.
Yakety yak, yakety yak.